Hey everyone, I just wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit about what we're going over this week. Chapter 3 is all about lead generation, which is super important in the email marketing world. So just to I wanted to highlight a few things. I'm going to try to pinpoint a few things I know will be on your quizzes. And I'm going to try to do this most weeks. I'm going to call it like your weekly insights, just short videos kind of highlighting a few things we're going over that week. So all about lead generation. A lead itself is just like a prospect, if you will, or a customer, a potential customer. And in the business world, we like to call them prospects. So it's the first thing that actually comes to my mind. So a prospect is just more of an active lead. It could be a customer or anything like that. When you're talking about lead generation, you have two different types of customers. You've got B2B or B2C, which is business to business or business to consumers. And so your book really spends a lot of time in this chapter talking about the sales funnel. And in the email marketing world, we call that the email funnel. And there's three different levels of the email funnel, if you will. There's the top, middle, and bottom. And I believe your book refers to them as the tofu, the mofu, and the bofu, if you will. But it really just kind of illustrates the flow of the leads, if you will. And so there's a lot of benefits to the email funnel. It's really easy to email funnel. It's really easy to automate. It's easy to measure and scale in comparison to other marketing tactics. So in the top of the funnel, you're going to have your lead generation. All right. And so the top of the funnel is a bit more broad. So you can have so with the top, a lot of times you're offering discounts, you're giving like free gifts away. If you there's a lot of like what they call website magnets. So like when you go to a website and you open the website, you see a blurb that pops up that's like 15% off your first order if you sign up for our newsletter or whatever it may be. That's all part of the top of the marketing funnel, if you will. The middle of the funnel, sales funnel, is the most targeted portion of the sales funnel, and then you have the bottom of the sales funnel. The bottom of the sales funnel is where your lead conversions happen. It could be that you made the sale, or you're turning your leads into sales, or whatever you consider that conversion to be. And so the funnel itself is super important. And if you have taken any other marketing class, like if you've taken social media or anything like that, then you will, the sales funnel is probably not new to you. And if you are going to take any more marketing classes, you'll hear a lot about it. So when we are talking about email marketing, in your book, they define it as an ICP, or the ideal customer profile. And in this chapter, it talks about different personas. Now, if you've taken social media marketing or some other type of marketing class, you've probably heard of personas, and it's just a way for businesses to be able to target their market. All right. So you have like an ideal customer profile, like it's like an imaginary customer prototype, if you will, that really depicts the ideal customer for a business or for that particular business. And there's different factors that are considered into this. So it's budget, their salary, how much they make, their demographics, their geolocation, anything like that. That's all part of like a persona or an ideal customer profile. And a lot of times your personas are going to be a little bit more specific than the ideal customer profile, because the personas can target different specific like people. It could be women of a certain age, students in this area or that area, or whatever it may be. Personas are a bit more well defined than just an ICP, and they are really better for marketing purposes depending on your goals. So there's different it talks about the lead qualifications, and in respect to the top, middle, and bottom of the marketing funnels. And so the marketing qualified leads is going to be more the top, and your marketing purposes, as far as the sales qualified leads, are going to be more of the bottom. And then you have that, a few bits of in between. The last part of your chapter talks about data scraping, and it might be something that you've never heard of, but it does make you think, oh, that's why I get emails, random emails from, I looked up this, I was looking at this on Facebook, and now I'm all of a sudden getting this. But data, if you will, so just facts, statistics, etc. And a lot of times that can be analyzed by digital marketers. That's data. And then you have what they call data scraping. So using automated software scripts to collect that information. Your book also talks about web scraping, so something similar, but it's data scraping. So using your data scraping from different from personal information from different websites. So it's, typically software getting your information or whoever's information from different personal websites. So like if you have a Facebook page, can be like the scary part about it, but if you have like a Facebook page, there's companies that will scrape data from that to get information about you. So your more personal information, and personal information could include your age, your full name, birthday, hobbies, email, like contact information, like email address, phone number, all of that is considered your personal information. So those are some different things to kind of think about. Your book also talks about lead sources. And just quickly, it mentions, websites, which is the number one. In fact, I believe your book, it gives a statistic like 70% of or business referrals, if you will. So 70% are more likely to convert if it comes from a business referral when it talks about referral marketing than any other. So but it talks about LinkedIn, and I won't go into depth, but like if you take it, like when I teach business communication, we do a whole LinkedIn project. It's great. LinkedIn is one of the biggest online professional platforms or networks, if you will. It has like over 750 million active users. So it's great. There's different benefits. It's a great, it's like a huge repository of people and lots of information. So on LinkedIn, you can gather information, you can gather contact information. It's a great way to engage with prospects. And so prospective customers, active customers, whatever it may be. So that's a great place for that. And it also talks about quickly affiliate marketing. And so some things it mentions is, generating leads from existing businesses. You can also, when it talks about affiliate marketing with third-party referral marketing, getting leads from businesses, customers, etc. And to piggyback when I was saying 70%, or 70% of people are more likely to actually convert or for you to make that sale when it comes from a business referral. And I'm sure a lot of it just has to do with what they feel like more credibility behind it, if you will. And toward the end of your chapter, it talks about some different examples of prospecting tools, and I just wanted to point that out to make sure you check that out. It talks about ZoomInfo. There's another one called like Seamless AI, and it talks about like there's one more, Viola Norbert. There's a few in there that it talks about, and definitely interesting for you to check out. One more thing I wanted to mention when it comes in your chapter, it talks about when it talks about leads, it talks about lead flows and different avenues, and once again LinkedIn. Another one I mentioned is your website or company website, and another good source of lead flow is affiliate marketing, once again the third party, and we see a lot of that today too. So just a few tidbits. I will say one thing about this chapter: it's not super long. There's a lot of good information, and it's just kind of squished in, but it's not too overbearing. It's not too much, but I just wanted to highlight a few things that I thought worth noting. And so for your quiz, just make sure that you are familiar with the funnels, the three parts of the funnel, as far as the bottom, top, middle, and bottom. I guess I go in order. And how it relates to email marketing and what kind of is involved with each level. That's it. That's all I got for today. But we next week I will make another one and we will hop into chapter 4. But until then, I will be chatting with you soon.